And that is how you give up gracefully.
That's how you give up gracefully. You gave it the old college try.
I was like, all right, have fun, buddy.
You said square. You shouldn't have said square.
I should have said square. Love is a lie.
Yep.
Give up now.
This is Premeditated.
The podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
True crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil.
I'm Graham.
And this is Premeditated. Good evening. I assume it's evening where you are.
And good afternoon, if it might be a little earlier in the evening.
But you know, I feel like we're sort of an evening podcast.
Yes, it's take your wind down with Premeditated podcast.
Ooh, it's not meditation.
Mm-hmm.
It's premeditated.
Premeditated. The comedy podcast investigating social norms. We got a guest this evening.
Do we really?
Mm-hmm.
And who is this guest?
Well, he's very intelligent. Some might say smart.
Oh.
And I think his name's Will. Will Smart. Welcome to the podcast.
It's Will Smart.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
And we're glad to have you. Will, just start us off, just set the tone a little bit. How's your social etiquette been this week? Where would you rate yourself? You've been good, you've been bad, you've been in the middle?
I think I've been in the middle. I've been in the middle. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself about some things.
Do you care to?
I can get them off my chest.
Be vulnerable with us.
I've really been bad about tipping my Lyft drivers.
Oh,
whoa! Okay.
Usually I'll like buy the Uber or Lyft and like tip the next morning, and I've just let them kind of stack up. I haven't been tipping. I plan to go back and tip eventually, but I took a Uber to Lyft to the airport the other day.
Okay.
It was so expensive, and I was like, like another $20 in tip. Like,
you can't do it. Can't bring yourself to hit that button.
Not yet. When I get paid, I'll go back through the last like 3 lifts, I think.
That's something I would never do, to be honest. if I don't tip right away, it's not happening ever.
It is weird that it's like a blind tip too, because it doesn't like pop up, like unless you're looking at your phone as you get out of the car.
Yeah.
I forget about it all the time. And I always I think that like giving them 5 stars is like, well, that's like an extra $1. It's not. I think they'd prefer the extra $1.
Yeah,
you see that these people have done like 14,000. Right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they have like a 4.9% like rating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna get you higher? No, you're not. But I always find that it asks me the next time I try and use the app.
Yeah,
and I'm
it
like,
does.
that's a perfect system.
It is, and then I've been ignoring it.
Oh, okay.
But I do plan to tip. I want any driver listening who listens to the show to know I'm going to tip you.
Just not yet.
Just not yet.
So next time you
when
see
your ship comes in.
when the ship comes in.
when the ship comes in and it says Will and then just a picture of this, a little circle of that, then you know
that all boats will float.
if this episode has come out yet, then you'll get tipped.
Yes, exactly.
Because this is how you make the big bucks.
Right.
Being on
So once
local
this
podcasts.
gets monetized and I've raked it in, it's all going to you guys out there on Lyft.
Great, thanks.
So that's a bit off my chest. I feel embarrassed, so I hope that...
How about you, Graham?
Yeah, I was going to say you guys got to do something now.
I've been working from home, walking my dog, staying just in my own little niche neighborhood.
Yeah, it's pretty impossible to like get into a social faux pas with your own
Yeah,
dog.
I've been saying hi to neighbors. I say good morning, which
that's really
some
good.
people don't do that.
Speaking of that, the other day, I'm like, it really resonated with me. This girl was like walking her dog and walked by me and she goes, "Good morning," and I was just like, "Oh, good morning." I was so taken aback and I was so happy. I was like, "Oh,
That's quite nice.
Good morning to you."
I see. I'm typically the good morning giver, and I'm not just tooting my own horn here. That's just
Toot it.
Okay, fine. I'll toot it. I say good morning. But there are some people who, like you, who I think I'm like, oh, maybe I made like just a little tweak in the happiness of the day. But there's other people where I think they were walking down the sidewalk towards me. They already didn't like me, and because I said good morning, they like me a lot less than previously.
That's their problem.
Yeah. Neil,
That's
what do you
their
think?
problem.
Defend me.
I don't know if I can defend you.
come on!
I mean that's real. That's real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably making some people's lives worse. There's definitely like
But it's their problem. I don't think it like...
yeah. Honestly, fuck them. I'm kind of one of those people where I'm immediately suspect. You know,
It's like, where do you get off? Like, good morning? It's that good of a morning?
I mean, I like it in general, but there is like a little bit of surprise and confusion, which can translate to like an immediate suspicion in the wrong case, where I'm just like, wait, what are they doing? Oh, it was a good morning. Okay, that's nice. But like by the time I get to that's nice, they're already past.
Your shoulders are past.
Yeah, I was just like, no, I'm not going to give you a cigarette. You know, it's like ugh, like immediately my guard is up. But yeah, not always, I guess. It depends on my mood.
Speaking of cigarettes, they say that good things come to those who wait. And the other night I was out having a couple,
knocking them back,
as
you will.
they say.
Cigarettes or drinks?
Drinks.
It's confusing from the
And
context.
you get a couple drinks and you start craving a cigarette. And a couple of these people in this group I was out with, his friend's birthday, who didn't really know me that well. They told me earlier in the night, you look like someone who vapes.
Wow,
And
what an aspersion.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
As this woman was leaving, she goes, you look like someone who vapes. And then she's out the door.
Oh,
but it was a birthday weekend.
On
so
her way out,
yes,
give me a break.
That was
yes.
premeditated. That was premeditated.
Yes.
She was like, I want to
It
just
was
stick a
because
knife in
I
this
like had
guy's
made a
ribs.
comment earlier. I was like making a joke. I was like, "Oh, I'm about to run out of Zins. It's about to be everyone's problem."
Well,
right?
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you sort of
I sort of,
primed the pump.
I did, yeah.
Well.
But I was like, But anyway, regardless if it was my fault or not, I was pissed.
Yeah.
A little victim blaming.
I don't know if she was the victim in the sense of my
No,
sins.
she's not.
I am. So the next night, like it became a thing where I was like, they started like, I like called her out. I was like, I don't look like someone who vapes, and everyone's be like, well,
Oh, you saw her again.
yeah, because it was like a birthday weekend.
This
So
is
like the
the
next
fragile-
night.
This is the fragility
Yes.
of men here.
Yes,
Just like-
on full display. So I kept being like, we have to go to 7-Eleven, and I'm getting some
not vape.
not vape. Like I'll get Marlboro Reds if they don't have Zins. Like I need to prove to you that I don't
But
vape.
I have other ways to consume nicotine.
So ended up getting found the Zins or whatever was fine, but I was like still like yellow drunk. I'm like I want a cigarette, and I didn't want to be that person who was like, hey, can I have a cigarette? I really didn't want to be that person, and but I was like talking about it, and then this girl, she goes, Will, and she finds a pack of cigs on the ground with one cigarette left, and I smoked it.
Wow.
that is
A little fortune cookie.
destiny.
Good things come to those who wait.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with that, I hear you have a case for us.
I do.
We've been waiting for the case.
Yep.
Get
Lock
smart.
in.
Oh my God, you could be Get Smart. Holy cow.
Maxwell
Guys,
Smart, yeah.
Have we talked about this before? We've been friends for a while. Have we ever talked about this?
Other people have. I don't know if you have. It's
Okay.
something I get.
New for me. That's fun.
It's something I get. You're not original, dude.
Well, have you called me graham cracker before? Okay.
No, I haven't, but I could start.
Let's not start doing that now.
Jason, this is such a nice restaurant. I when you said coffee, I wasn't thinking like it would be coffee and
Oh, yeah, no, I
Baked
just,
goods.
I love this place. Yeah, the croissant, the croissant. You have to try it. It's really good.
oh my God. Do you speak French?
A little bit. Yeah.
Doesn't okay.
Croissant.
Say chocolate, but in a French way.
Chocolat.
Okay, you've seen the movie. That's nice.
Yeah. I sometimes think of myself as Johnny Depp, just in the movie, not in the rest of. Anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
You have Stacey, a little
What?
in your,
Oh, in my teeth? Mm-hmm. Oh,
just,
it must have been a poppy seed from the poppy seed muffin I had.
yeah, I try to avoid
Is
those.
it gone? Gone?
Yep. You got it. Mm-hmm.
Are you saying I got it? Or?
No, you got it. I wouldn't want to look at it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't want to make you feel awkward.
No. Thanks for thanks for telling me.
Yeah. So, you work in finance.
Yeah. I studied econ at Vassar.
Wow.
And then I started work. I was an accountant for a lawyer firm for a while, and then now I'm a CPA.
Wow. So what does that
CPA?
mean?
It just means it's certified professional accountant.
Wow.
And it means that I can legally do people's taxes.
Can you do mine? If I play
I
play my cards right.
What does that mean?
It's like if I impress you or make you like me.
No, I just accept an hourly rate. That
Oh,
would be
okay.
Kind of.
Maybe you could do it if I play you some other way.
What you mean? Like if you think if we have sex, I'll do your taxes. I mean, I will, but like not if we have sex.
if I'm really good.
Jason,
I'm sorry. I can reel it back.
Yeah. What, do you have brothers or sisters? What's...
Yes, I have 2 stepbrothers and a half brother.
1 second. 2 stepbrothers and a half brother.
Okay. Sorry, Stacy. There's just, you have like in your note. I don't know if it's like a little
Booger?
Yeah.
Don't. Do you have a couple more of those paper napkins?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my ears popped. Okay. Is it gone? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna put these napkins over here on my tea tray. Just don't touch.
I won't
these.
look at them. Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Okay.
They're blocked.
Okay. All right.
Away from my vision.
Is it gone? Do I have any?
No, and you got it out of the frontal lip. You're good.
Okay.
But yes.
Wow. Are you gonna have another tea? This is.
I would. I had the Earl Grey, but I think I might do the jasmine. But I don't like going up to.
Oh my God, Stacy!
Hey,
Stacy!
Donna
from Vassar!
Donna Smith.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yes!
Wow.
Oh my God! Stacy,
Hello, it's been so long. Oh my-
It's so good to see you.
I didn't even know you had moved to Kansas City.
Oh yeah, I've been here 6 months already.
Oh my
gosh.
This is.
I'm doing CPA work.
No.
Yeah.
I should get you. I'm doing CPA
Donna,
work.
I'm so sorry. You're fly. It's just.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Donna. This is my this is Jason.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Donna. So good
Jason.
to meet
You're
you.
Cute.
Stop,
he has
Dreamy.
2. We're on a date.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so rude.
It's okay.
I'll just pretend I'm not here. I'm just gonna sneak away.
Oh wow. Well,
That's-
it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, Jason.
Okay, bye, Donna. Yeah, so that's. I hate that girl.
Oh.
We deliberate, adjudicate, and judge.
So now that court is back in session, I think I have a pretty good idea what this one is.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually saw 2, but it's pretty
interesting.
clear. It's pretty clear what the big one is.
The big one is, and this is, I'm so glad you did this because I've had this one written down for a while. Is it to point out or to not point out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The classic Shakespearean
Yes.
conundrum: to point out or not to
not.
point out.
Now I will.
That is the question.
That is
as
the-
our great thespian posed.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, so sad when he went.
Will? Oh yeah. I'm still.
My namesake.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten. I mean, I'll come out of the gate pretty fast here. I always point out. I try to do it in a funny way to not embarrass. But like, is it not an insult to just let that person walk about their day with a poppy seed in their teeth?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree, but to a point. I think it gets complicated as the things mount.
And what things would mount?
So, poppy seed, teeth, sure, always, right? Even if I don't know you, I might say something.
Yeah.
Oh.
To a stranger.
Yeah, I'm talking about both friend and stranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Certain things
Because it's like it's not actually embarrassing.
No.
Right? But it
No.
is like a little unsightly.
Yeah.
Like just a tiny amount of unsightly.
Same with like
Okay.
the fly, right? Like it's my friend, and I usually will just like quickly just be like, "Hey man, your fly's undone." Like I'll try to just make it as quick and like simple. But where it gets tricky, I think, is like other things that you probably can control. So like smell,
Ooh, smell is a big one.
like really hard. Like if you smell bad or you have really bad breath, that I think it's really tricky.
Things do mount there, yeah.
Yeah,
Because just what, and not to linger on zipper, but I think a stranger zipper, I would not comment. I would for sure say to somebody else I know, being like, dude, the guy's zipper.
Yeah, it would depend on who the stranger was and what I perceived them.
But
I don't think I would care enough to say
Yeah.
anything to them or anyone else.
But breath and BO is that that's a tough one with friends, I feel
Yeah.
like. Because,
you have to be pretty close to a person to
Yeah.
let them know that.
and as we were talking about up top, male fragility is very.
Yeah, because I had
It's having even a second renaissance.
telling a friend that out on a night out, being like, dude, you fucking stink right now. I mean, that would
ruin their
that would
night.
crush me.
Your night is ruined. Like I would go home. If some of my friends like, dude, you reak. I'd be like, I have to leave. Like, like my night is over. I'm not gonna stay out fucking smelling like shit.
I'm either gonna go home or pass away. Those are my two options.
Like my two options. Either I go home or I sit on the curb and wait for them to be done.
I did this in an Uber. which is a bad time to do it because you're already on the way to the bar or whatever. But I had a friend, this was when we were younger. He hadn't understood fashion yet.
Okay.
But he made the mistake of wearing like a plaid flannel shirt with plaid shorts out.
Ooh.
And so like on the way, I was like, just, you know, like, and I'm not a fashionista, as we know.
But I waited until he was captain.
I didn't notice it.
On the way out?
We were like,
This is a whole nother level.
So put me in the stocks.
I'm going to put you in jail.
I might put you in the stocks. What is your friend supposed to do about it at that point?
Well, what we did is we were going to a female friend's house to pregame, and he borrowed one of her shirts. That was way too small and didn't fit him, but he was like, "This is better than whatever the fuck Graham pointed out." So he went out.
Yeah,
in like a
so
small
he was like size small blousing. The whole night.
Deep V, small blousing.
yeah.
Okay, well that's just cruel.
Okay, I thought I was helping at the
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think I could go either way on that. Like my friends sometimes do this bit now. I was hanging out with some friends the other night, and they were like, is that what you're gonna wear tonight? And I was like, can we just not do this right now? Mm-hmm. It's too late. I'm already out.
Yeah.
So just
Neil.
Listen, I really don't care what other people wear. I'm going to comment on it all the time, no matter where we are.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to look incredible. So
I guess
I don't miss, you know.
Yeah,
so I don't know what that's like.
You don't miss. But clothes is a little different though, because that's like a somewhat of a form of like personal expression. Yeah. Whereas like a poppy seed in the teeth or a fly down or a booger.
That's not me trying to like.
Giselle could have a booger.
Yeah. But the smell.
The smell is
Giselle could have a smell too.
In general, I sweat very, very little, and it's been a blessing 99% of the
I don't
time.
think I've ever gotten a pit stain.
Oh
I don't think I've ever gotten a pit stain in my
Are we
life.
three non-sweaters?
High five.
Hey guys.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty good at that.
Non-sweaters.
I've watched like the comments be like, there's pit stains at minute 12.
I can see you sweating.
No, I've always been like I'll sweat, but it doesn't stink that much. It's just kind of like wetness usually.
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't like I sweat, but I don't get pit stains. I don't think I get BO. But
how do you know?
how do I know?
Because somebody could be not.
And then someone calls me out on it. I'm like, no, that's not that's not me. I don't
Maybe
smell
the
that.
BO is actually happening, but I do know that I don't sweat because I overheat very easily in like hot climates, and I will notice that like my palms will turn red, and I will still be just like bone dry.
Have you tried panting like a dog? Because
actually,
dogs can't sweat, and that's why they pant.
yeah. They have to get the heat out of their body. But yeah, so it is a blessing and a curse, and I don't think that I smell very often.
I'm sure I smell sometimes. I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens to me too.
I'll say this on the podcast: I haven't noticed your BO since we know each other 2 years. I haven't noticed a BO. Actually, speaking of which, when I hugged Will today, he was smelling plus. You BO plus. You smelled good.
Well, I enhanced my scent.
You put some perfume.
Yeah. I put some Cologne perfume.
That's
fragrance.
Great. That's like a next level of care.
Well, I wanted the audience, to be able to.
Yeah, they can pick that up on the mics. It's
I
like
think it
sweeter sound.
It changes my confidence, changes the way I.
Well, and that's something that you can always point out too. It's like, hey, you're doing a good job, buddy.
Yeah, I love a compliment. Yeah.
Oh, we
I
love
getting them.
compliments.
I love giving them.
Yeah.
If I have a poppy seed in my teeth, unsightly, it's embarrassing if I knew. You point it out and tell me to get it out. Is that not a compliment? Because you like boosted my.
That's why I
boosted my opinion of my own appearance, I guess.
Like spinach in the teeth. My grandma loves to tell this story.
Spinach in the teeth?
Yeah, about how like she went on this date with a guy who never called her again. And when she got home from the date, she like went to the bathroom and saw she had this big piece of spinach stuck in her teeth. And she was furious. The guy didn't tell her. And she thinks that's why he never wanted to go on a date again.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing he didn't want to go on a date with her because you're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Grandpa had never come along.
Egg on his face. I actually, so I don't know if are you guys' dads big laughers?
No.
Yeah, neither am I. I don't have a big laughing dad.
No, he'll do like a subtle like laugh. Like
one of the first times I like remember my dad like fully like hand over his mouth like could not uncontrollable laughter was one of my friends, which I was immediately jealous of because I was like, you made this guy laugh. I've been trying to crack him for like my entire life.
I can see this being like you never speak to this friend again.
He is very funny. Jackson Carroll, shout out. We were young. I'm talking like 11, 12. So like the bits he was doing, I was like, how does this 11-year-old have this bit? It was the movie Inconvenient Truth had just come out. So we're talking 2002, Al Gore.
Yeah.
And so we're like riding in the back seat, and my friend is telling me, he's like, yeah, I like really liked that movie, but there's this one scene where Al Gore just has a piece of lettuce on his tooth for like an entire speech. It's not true. I watched the movie. It doesn't happen. But like this 11-year-old had the wherewithal to like pull this joke. And so he's telling me this, and my dad knows it's fake. And so I'm just like, wow, really? Like they didn't like edit that out of the movie? He's like, yeah, dude, like piece of lettuce in the tooth. And my dad is driving the car, just like losing his shit. So at the same time, I'm like jealous that he's making my dad laugh, and also confused that they let an inconvenient truth happen with like a piece of lettuce in his tooth.
Okay.
At 11,
That's
the facade.
tough.
Yeah.
That would have stuck with me too.
A comedic genius. He's
Not to toot my own horn, but that happened to me once. And she was like, my dad's never laughed like that before. And I was like,
Where you were the funny
I was
one.
the funny one.
Oh, you
Wow.
were the Jackson in the
Yeah.
situation.
Okay, so finding that out about her, what kind of existential mirror did that put in front of your face?
Basically that I was the funniest kid ever. And like,
Okay, so you just took it as like, I'm amazing.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't
like,
like
I was
empathize with her at all.
No.
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm a
Good.
funny guy. So I don't know what to tell you.
No surprises here.
No surprises here. Still think about that.
That would also have stuck with me.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so should we try to come up with like a line or something? Like,
So the one I want to add thing, like this one other little segment of this thing that the smell is that I have a friend I won't name for work purposes.
okay,
but
can we just bleep it though? Can you just say
yeah,
this?
yeah, my
No,
friend.
no, don't. I don't want to edit.
We don't know how to bleep.
But my friend, one of his coworkers smelled really bad,
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
and he didn't want to deal with it. And I don't know if I totally agree with his methodology, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I can't remember if he had talked to the guy before about it or not, but he did go to HR about it. So HR had to have a conversation
Wait,
with
the voice of reason had to go to HR about the smelly guy?
yes. So
Oh,
there's a smelly guy.
There's like tattletale
And I don't want to throw him completely because I don't remember if he tried to talk to the smelly guy or not. He may have tried to talk to him before, but
Talking to smelly guys. Whew.
and it just came up a thing where he was like, I can't keep dealing with this.
Oh, okay.
So I
So,
can't-
this was like overtime.
Yeah, it was not like immediately, oh, he smells bad.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
repeatedly, this guy was showing up to work smelling bad, and eventually to go to AR or HR, which to me I was just like, can you imagine going into work and HR being like, hey, can you just come over here for a sec? Gotta talk to you about
Yeah,
something.
see that I think is the wrong thing to do there because that's an indirect.
well, bringing in a very meek authority into anything
Yeah.
is always like
Meek
embarrassing.
authority.
HR.
Hopefully,
we
I
had
don't
an-
have any HR fans listening to this podcast.
we had an HR professional on
That's
this
true.
podcast just a few weeks ago.
She's very meek.
Yeah, she's so meek. She the poop farts into the queef or whatever. But like bringing an authority that is HR into.
If it was, I might have to like quit. I don't know. Like,
As the smelly person or
Yeah,
as
as
the
the
person?
smelly person.
Oh, I mean, I think as a smelly person, you get like indignant and show up smellier. That's what I would do.
oh, okay. I would just go into work knowing that everyone thinks I reek.
Yeah,
To
actually,
the
that's
point
true.
that
I'd
like
probably go into that.
the corporation itself
Yeah,
is getting
had to
involved.
get involved.
Yeah.
Like, have I reeked my whole life?
You know what? This whole company stinks.
Have I ruck? Mm-hmm. Ruck?
Rock, I love that.
Have I ruck my whole life? I don't know if that's correct, but
It's definitely not, but I
Yeah.
love it.
It's a fourth bucket. The ruck bucket. We have horny bucket, funny bucket, shut the fuck up bucket, and ruck bucket. I think actually, I'm glad I brought up the buckets. I think you might have to go funny bucket for pointing things out.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't do horny. If you're like horny bucket, you can't be like, you have a poppy seed in your teeth.
But you can be like, I need you to fix something before I can become horny.
and maybe this is more like a smell.
This is a pre-bucket.
Maybe this is more like a smell conversation, but like, and you can tell me if I'm going too far here, but if you get into like intimate with someone and they're down there and it doesn't smell great,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we can go to
what
there.
do you do?
I had a friend. I've had a close friend. I won't name his name to not embarrass him, but he had a smelly butt crack.
Yeah. It happens to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like if we were sitting on a couch next to each other and he like got up, there would be like a little bit of a waft. And it's like, how do you tell a friend to be like, you gotta just
wipe
stick a
your
bar of
ass
soap
better.
up and down a little bit.
Oh, see, that is hard. That is so hard.
And to this day, I have not done that to my friend, which is we can put me on trial for that.
We might have to put you on trial for that. I mean,
I think
don't know,
he
that's
has cleaned up
to
his
you.
personal hygiene a little bit, though.
Obviously, if you're like in a relationship, you can just be like,
Yeah.
you stink, you nasty,
booty stink.
Yeah.
you nasty
Like,
person.
let's shower first, and then we'll go back to it.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I often am just like,
I would
okay,
want my
love
partner,
where
yeah.
this is going. Let's keep that energy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take 6.5 minutes now to myself.
Yeah.
And I want you to pretend that energy you have now is going to be there in 6.5
Yeah, like
minutes.
if I would want someone to tell me like, hey, you smell.
sure.
I'll go bleach myself
And then pee in it and mustard gas.
mustard gas myself, and then we can get intimate.
As my eyes are watering.
Yeah, and I can't breathe.
To your example, I think that you do kind of have to go funny bucket a little bit, because if I'm juiced up, I'm horned up, I'm ready to get into it, and you're like time out, you're smelly, I would be shattered a little bit, because like of course I would go shower and like, be like I gotta fix this.
I'd have to take a minute to get out of my own head.
But so that's what I think. It's like, so if you lean a little bit too into like the shut the fuck up bucket where you're just like, you smell.
Yeah.
I think you got to put
It's
a little
off-putting.
twinge of like kind of what you did is like, love where this is going.
Yeah, that's true. I
6.5
I was
minutes, that's
clearly,
specific.
I
Yeah.
was clearly I was in a horny situation, but in the funny bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa, bucket in a
Wow.
bucket.
A bucket in a bucket.
Bucket within a bucket.
That's incredible, actually.
Wow.
We've just invented a new type of art, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the significant the reason that I can't relate with either of you
Let it be funny about this. Be the funny bucket. Okay.
is that when you're gay, it's all butt stuff. So like it's very
smell.
clear what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so like the spontaneity of it has to be planned spontaneity. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It's like you know what's going on, and you like I feel like I am much more in touch with my own body than most men
For sure.
are, because
Most men are very out of touch. And I say this
Because-
as an out of touch
yes.
man.
Yeah.
the
Definitely.
intimacy moments are potentially like higher stakes. Let's just call it that. you know?
Yeah.
So, but would you comment on a poppy seed in a man's
Yeah,
ass?
I would. That's absolutely. I absolutely make sure to
Get that out
get
of
it
there.
into my teeth.
Have you been having bagels?
There's a poppy seed in here.
But yes, for stuff in your teeth, I think it's strangers are okay. For fly, I would say that's friends, people I know,
Friends.
and acquaintances.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I might do a stranger if they're cute.
What about booger? Booger, I
Booger?
feel like
No,
it's
not
kind of like
big
in
on-
between poppy seed,
Yeah.
in between
Booger's
teeth.
friend
and,
only, not acquaintance.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I wouldn't say that to like a coworker. You know what I mean? I'd be like, sucks to be you. You'll figure it out one day. We're on Zoom all the time, anyways. It's like, you'll figure it out.
I have a weird. I have a one, and I did nothing in the situation. So you guys can tell me if I did the right thing or the wrong thing.
Do you know why?
I think
Why? What?
He did nothing.
Yeah.
Because I think I do.
because I'm a coward. But I think in this situation it would fall into the do nothing category. I was riding a bus. Stranger next to me had a zit that was bleeding. Like I worked. This is gonna like full on like a drop of blood was about to like kind of like it was a bloody zit. And I had like paper napkins in my backpack, and I was so close to just being like,
Dude.
just dab a little bit. I did nothing, and I think it dropped. I didn't fall on his shirt. I looked back, and the drop was gone. I have no idea if he like brushed it off or what. But that's a bus stranger with a bloody zit. What do you do?
If they're cute.
So you just live in the horny bucket.
Yeah, I live in the horny bucket. It's a conversation starter, right?
Yeah.
Cute
You're
girl
bleeding.
has her fly open. Hey,
Your
awful.
blackhead's about to
Hey, your
burst. Do you want me to
blackhead
just reach over and pinch
The
that for
boil
you?
on your face is about to pop. Here's tissue.
There's more.
Because that would be. I mean, chivalry's not dead in that situation, you know?
Right?
yeah.
Because you do need just a little paper napkin.
I don't know what I do in that situation.
I did nothing, and I think I did the right situation.
I think I probably would have actually done nothing. I want to believe that I would have been like, "Oh, you're bleeding,"
And
But-
because you guys didn't see this man, like I feel like he would have been so embarrassed. At this point, I think you can just like go to work and get to work, and that bloody zit will be gone, and you can just live your morning in bliss. Because if I had like reached over and be like, "Dude, your zit's bloody," I feel like he would have been like, There's
You have
other
to
people.
point
There's
out the
other
zit.
people on the bus who probably like could have seen overheard. You would have been so embarrassed.
Well, that's also the other thing, right? Like ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like you have to take a face, like you have to completely judge a person's character in the moment. Like if I look at you and I go, that guy doesn't care he has boogers in his nose, I'm gonna let him live in bliss that he has boogers in his nose.
Sure.
So like I think I've got to like completely judge a person's character in the moment.
Yeah, you got to read them. Yeah.
To decide if like this is gonna ruin your day, or like you would appreciate it if I told you.
I think I made it clear where I stand. It's level of intimacy with the person going up from something in your teeth to flies down to booger to you stink.
Yeah, it's kind of like
As we escalate, it goes.
It's an inverse relationship supply and demand graph. So like
Yeah.
if you go further into the friendship zone, the more things you can say go up.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And honestly, the list of how unpleasant it is to be around that person also goes up.
Right,
Because
because you're there
correlated with the amount of intimacy that it takes to say that.
because they could be affecting your fun.
Because there's been times I went on a flight, the person next to me smells bad.
Yeah, you gotta.
You just gotta thug it out.
I think that's shut the fuck up bucket.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
That's the
up.
shut, 'cause,
We
like-
found it.
Because what are they gonna do?
Exactly, like,
Go up
what-
to the bathroom and
Could you get a deodorant stick from the flight attendant? Like that's not a thing.
No.
They should have those.
It
though.
probably wouldn't even help.
No.
I don't know what I have a really poor sense of smell, and it's kind of
That's an ignorance's gift.
yeah.
Bliss. Bliss gift.
It's a blissed gifting.
I've got a blissed gift. Yeah.
I know. Did you think it's a COVID thing, or you just always been bad at smelling?
I've always been bad at smelling.
You know what's fucking crazy? There's no word for smell blind.
There
There's,
is.
really? Oh, have you talked
has
about
to
this
be.
before?
It
'Cause
is.
There's deaf,
yeah.
blind, mute. You can't speak.
Snorfed.
Ah, I knew it.
Sneed.
Skeet.
Leave it in the
Swag.
comments.
Leave it in the
people.
comments. Yeah. Or email us at premeditatedpod@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
You break this ladder. Are we all agreeing on the ladder?
I think
We
that's
all
good.
agree on the ladder?
I pretty much agree. Yeah, I agree.
So if you break the ladder and you either do or don't tell someone with a poppy seed in their teeth, that's available to everyone. Or if you do tell a stranger that they stink, like what is the punishment?
Even going outside the ladder, I still think it's kind of a good thing because you're still. It's weird to say you're helping somebody.
So is there like, or is there a punishment for like, let's say I see a stranger's poppy seed and I just don't say anything because I just don't care. I don't want to deal with it right now. I don't feel like talking to somebody. They have a poppy seed.
Oh, so you don't remediate. The problem is with you and you don't remediate it?
Yeah, like
wow.
like
okay.
because I do think that like it's okay to tell a stranger poppy seeds in their teeth. I don't care.
yeah. What
Like,
sort of punishments should
do
be
I
enacted on you?
Yeah, because I just,
maybe like one drop of coffee on your shirt or something. Just a little eye for an eye.
pretty brutal. I'm wearing a white shirt.
I know. Me too. Well, I'm wearing a white rough.
Yeah. Don't wreck people's fashion
Thank you.
with this. Like something has to be
A
holy
blemish on the
in this
cheek.
country. Yeah.
It's nothing sacred.
You know what? I think that in all cases it's a pretty minor offense.
Yeah.
And so we don't need to put people in solitary confinement.
No, I think
We
it's
don't.
yeah.
The death penalty is probably off the table.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like it's kind of like a participation trophy. Like if you say something as participation trophy reward, it's like, oh great, you did your societal duty by telling somebody you have poppy seed in your teeth. If you don't do it, it's whatever the opposite of participation trophy is. It's like a slight demerit, a little like a pink slip.
Okay, I think I have it. I think I have the perfect punishment for this crime. Since the remediation has to come with potentially like going back to your home.
Ooh.
What if your car batteries died?
Okay.
Or the battery on the little clicker on the remote to your car.
that's good.
Not a whole car battery.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
it's not-
I think I
it's-
kind of prefer the car battery though because you can just get that recharged.
You'll
That's
have
like
to get
harsh.
it jumped,
You
and then you have to
jump,
be
you like talk to people, and like
yeah,
get
and
help.
then you have a
But
booger
yeah,
in your
you
nose.
get it
It's
jumped and
terrible.
you let it
Yeah.
run for a bit, and then your car's good. A battery clicker dead. It's like you have to go to like
have to go to a
you have to
CVS.
unscrew. You have to unscrew it. Find that specific little like D cell battery.
Are you telling me that on a day-to-day basis, like if you woke up and your car battery is dead, you'd prefer that over your
Going to the store to
your
find
clicker?
a very specific battery? Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy to me.
That's
Well, also-
insane. That is insane.
We've talked
crazy.
about things in our car. I have a portable battery in my car, so but like yeah, you just flag somebody
So
down.
you're
with
just
another car.
prepared for this situation.
I know it's a bad analogy.
But you're
Yeah,
so you
but-
have booger and poppy seed in your nose
Because a car battery, I can repair on my own with my car parked up front of my
Because
house.
you have all the equipment and an
No,
extra
not
battery.
even that. All you need is another
That's
car
still
to pull
such
up.
a longer, more annoying process than stopping at CVS to get a battery.
Yeah.
I just had to replace a battery in the remote on my fan, and that was a pain in the ass. I had to get 2 different batteries. I had to go back to Lowe's twice because
So
there's
rather
batteries
than your car being inoperable.
There's batteries that are different. They're the same shape, but I learned this. There's these little flat batteries. There's 2016 pluses and 2023 pluses.
Yeah, there's a lot of different little disc batteries.
Isn't that fucking annoying though?
You can get them on the internet if you want.
Yeah, that takes days to arrive. The car battery,
Amazon,
if I go outside, my car battery's dead. I will probably solve it before I go back inside.
I guess, but your day, the flow of your day.
I guess we're a split case on this. I think I'm weird batteries over car battery. I would choose car battery.
How far have you had to carry a car battery in the cold? Because mine is a long ways.
I've never had to carry a car battery. Maybe that's why I'm so gifted. Because there's always other cars there that can help.
Yeah, what if you live in the middle of nowhere?
What if I have cables? You don't have cables?
What if you're
carrying batteries instead of putting cables in your trunk?
That's also why are you carrying a battery?
What?
Yeah, where are you carrying it to?
I had to go walk to get a new car battery to bring it back to my car.
Why are you buying it? Oh, so the battery's like
the battery was toast. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just meant like you left the lights on all night.
Well, it's because it was so cold that the battery was just totally toast.
Okay, we are literally living on different planets.
I'm not living on that planet anymore. I live in Los Angeles now.
I'm still
for that reason.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was gonna say your battery
really
froze
cold.
in Los Angeles. I was like, that probably didn't happen.
No, this was Chicago.
Got it. Yeah, that sounds like both levels of battery dying, whether it's you left your lights on all night or you have to carry your car battery. I'm still like gonna get a replacement battery for my keys.
And everybody has an extra set of keys, probably. And there's usually
fobs.
Well,
I just have an old car. The guy lost it.
That's even better because so the actual like physical key probably works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Great.
We should go back to analog universally.
You're being nutso.
We should go back to analog universally. That's a good point.
Oh, I'm being nutso because there's analog keys? No,
you're being nutso. You're being nutso because you'd rather have flag someone down to jump your car than...
And I'd say good morning and then we become friends afterwards.
And maybe you could eventually tell them their fly is down.
And eventually you get to flies down level. And maybe even stink level.
So are we all agreeing then?
Well, I mean, we're split on the punishment.
I'm not going to win you guys over on the battery case. But I think we have something
with the main issue. Right?
Like, okay, I'm just if I went out right now after this podcast, I have places to go, things to do, and my car battery's dead, I'd be so mad. But if my key battery's dead, I'd be like, that's all right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a perfect situation that I'm just gonna fucking dummy you in an argument.
Please dummy
If you walk out of here and your car battery's done, me and Neil both have cars that we can just pull it around, jump your car.
Okay, how much time does that add?
Which we would do because we're friends, because this is a horrible situation.
Yes.
15
horrible
minutes
situation.
Tops.
Yes, but if my key fob is dead, I can still drive my car. I can just leave.
You can just drive it to CVS down the street and
how can you drive your car if your key fob's broken?
Because
how can you get into your car? Oh,
it's analog.
Okay, well then that's the situation is thrown away. I thought
so. Your car's not analog.
I thought it was like a fob that because newer cars you have to have the fob in the car to drive.
You can still it'll still register.
There's other ways to do it. You just go on YouTube and find a way to do it.
I don't know enough about fobs.
It's still, I'm just saying, even if you're back, because that's happened. I have my old car. The fob is dead. You still just put it up to it. It'll unlock. Most cars.
All right, that sounds like the fob is still working then.
No,
well, there's a passive component in there.
Oh, I forgot about the passive component of fobs. Excuse me.
Or sometimes there's actually a hidden compartment with a physical key.
Yes,
and then
yes.
Yeah, you dummied me.
Okay, well then that's not a problem then. I thought it was the car can't drive because either the battery's dead or the keys are dead.
So we're living on different planets now.
All right.
You were under the impression that I would have to schlep it to CVS to get it before I could even drive my car.
That's worse.
I it wouldn't occur to me that someone would think that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I thought.
But it's kind of a cute little adventure. Whatever. But I'd rather get a ride down the street from someone than have them popping hoods, knocking fenders.
Now you lost me.
Neil,
a stranger comes by.
Not a stranger.
Oh, okay.
Not a stranger.
No, Neil, we could pop hoods. We could connect the cables, touch them together, make them sparks.
Okay, I'm not.
It is kind of hot.
If it's the key, see,
I'm back in the horny bucket. Yeah.
If it's the key thing, you have to walk to CVS on your own.
You're also right. The potential to plop into the horny bucket with getting your car jumped. There's a chance some cutie patootie comes by and you're like, hey,
well, Dukes of Hazzard to open the hood,
and you're like, wow. I
don't know if they do that in that movie.
Well, I love to wear short, cut off jean shorts every time I'm jumping someone's
with
car.
the little white fabric of the pockets hanging out below.
Maybe that's the new meet cute. You just drive all around LA
break your car
and just wait for someone's car battery to die and
And like if you
Oh,
can,
I
if you
thought-
can,
I
you
thought
can
you-
turn everybody's headlights on if
Yeah.
you leave their car unlocked, and then you can come back in the morning.
It's the tooth fairy, but just way worse.
The malicious tooth fairy.
Just leaving car
Neil
batteries
comes on in
on.
his short shorts. Hey, here's your car. Needs a
And then
jump.
I tie my little like picnic basket.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The
Around the-
gingham.
Yeah, the gingham.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
gingham top. I just tie it right underneath. I'd be
Well-
like, here to help.
This has
I
been
got
a
some cables in the back. That's all that I was gonna say.
spark plugs are very fun.
Spark plugs?
Well, because when you touch them together, they make a little.
Well, actually, the spark plug is in the car.
Yeah, you're wrong about
It
spark
ignites the.
Okay, I just said sparks.
Okay.
Again, we're living on
Okay.
different planets.
plugs. All right. Well, we have the ladders.
We have the
I'm ready
ladders.
to close this case.
I'm ready to close it.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we?
Except for the car battery, car fob thing, but that would be.
you're-
You come back. We'll do that in a separate
Okay.
episode.
That's 12 angry men. He's 12 angry men.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm one angry man.
He's trying to
With
make
the
it
strength
12.
of 12.
Yeah. All right. Case closed.
Case closed.
This is Premeditated.